Hi, so I wanted to do a quick video tonight to talk about a new feature that's seen inside of OpenAI. So if you haven't been following this month, OpenAI, they just did their dev day, and one of the things they demonstrated was this ability to create your own GPTs. And so if you've used ChatGPT and you like that tool, one of the things that's really cool about this new feature is that you can use your own data and essentially have the chatbot craft responses based off of your own data. And this could be in the form of PDF files or text files. So what I wanted to try to do is I wanted to see if I could create a chatbot that I could use that would be based off of just data from my own website, from my own blog, basically. And so what I wanted to do tonight is to make a quick video to show you how you can do that too with your own data or your own blog. So with that being said, let's take a quick look. And if we look right over here, we can see this is the ChatGPT screen. And one of the things you can do is you can come over here where it says Create a GPT. And I'm just going to go ahead and select GPT. And they have this very nice little chatbot feature here where it'll go through and you can talk to it and you can describe what your chatbot, what you want it to do. But what's really nice here is I can come over here and I can click on this Configure tab. And I can come over here, I can name my GPT, I can give a description, I can give it instructions over specifically what it is that I want to do. But if you look right over here, they have this feature right here called Knowledge, where you can upload files. And so what you can do is you can come over here and then you can select a file that you want to upload. I've already created this output file here. And if I go ahead and select that, it just went ahead and added that, and now it can answer any questions related to the data that's inside of this this file. So let me show you how I created that file. When we come over here, I have a script that I've written here in Node.js, which is my preferred tool, and I'm using a couple different modules here to do this. One of the modules I'm using is called Cheerio. If you're not familiar with Cheerio, one of the things that's nice about Cheerio is that you can take HTML text as an example, and then you can use Cheerio very similar to the way you might have used jQuery. I don't know if anybody here has used jQuery before, but one of the things that's really nice about jQuery is you can use CSS style selector syntax to select the individual elements of a web page that you need to be able to work with, and it will return those elements. And then the other tool that I'm using here is I'm just using the file system module because I want to be able to take all this data that I'm reading and write it out to a file. And then I'm using the new built-in fetch functionality that's coming with Node.js. So if you've used the fetch module, say inside of a web page as an example, this works exactly the same way as it does inside of the web page. But you can just use it here on either on your computer or on a server. And so let me show you what I did here. So if we take a quick look here, I have defined a domain, an initial page for my blog, and then I'm composing the first page that I want to basically be able to read in. And then what I'm doing here is I've created this page loader function. And if we look at this, all this is doing is just using that fetch function. So it's going to take whatever URL I've passed in here, and it's going to read that out as data. And then I'm going to call the .text function on that, which is just going to return all the text from whatever I've URL that I've loaded in. Once I've done that, I can then use this recursive page loader here that I wrote. And what the recursive page loader does is I went through and I defined a selector syntax to find all the elements where I have a URL to a blog post. So let me go ahead and show the blog. And if I come over here, this is the home page for my blog. And then what I've done here is I've just come over here with the inspect tools. And if you're using Chrome, or in this case I'm using the Brave browser, which is based off of Chrome, you have these developer tools here, and then when I selected that anchor tag, this is showing me the anchor tag right here. Well, if I want to be able to find that with Cheerio, I have to have some type of identifier that I can use to pull out just those elements. And so what I'm doing here is I looked up here, and we go 2 levels up. I have this parent div tag, and then there's a grandparent div tag here. And if we look at that, it says blog list item dash module dash dash list item dash dash 99998, right? And so what I did in my script is I came over here and I said I want to find every div with that module, and then I'm going to find the child of that, which is a div, and then find the anchor tag of that. So what that's going to do is I'm going to use Cheerio load to essentially create my Cheerio variable here, which is just a $sign. And then I'm passing in that selector inside of here. And what that's going to do is it's going to return all the links that match that parent tag. So now that I have those links, I'm just going to loop through that array using a for of, and then I'm going to take each one of the hrefs off of that anchor tag. And the way Cheerio defines that is it creates an attributes, all the attributes that are on that anchor tag. There's an href attribute, and so I'm just going to take that and I'm going to essentially push that onto my array. And then the next thing that this does, since it's recursive, is it looks for another link in my page that is the next link. And so what it's going to do is it's going to try to find anything that has an anchor tag with a relative next on it, and then it's going to load that link up. And as long as that's not null, then what it'll do is it will come through and it'll log that out. It creates a next page link, and then I use that same page loader function that we saw before to load that into a set of page text, and then I just call this recursively on that next page. So I'll just go through each page of my blog until it reaches the end of my blog, and then take each one of the individual URLs for my blog posts and store that into the array. Then once that's done, what I then do is I come over here and I create a write stream. And then the write stream, I have it essentially just writing out to this output.txt file that we saw earlier. And once we've created that write stream, then the next thing I do here is I read all of the URLs from that link array. And what this is going to do is it's going to iterate through all those different URLs that I have in this array. It's going to create a blog post URL. It's going to use the same page loader to load that up. And so inside of that, that loaded text, I'm going to use Cheerio again. And I know that inside of each one of my blog posts, the blog post text is essentially inside of a div tag that has a class called article. So I'll just pull all the text off of that. And now I'm going to take that text and I'm going to use the write stream that I created up here, and I'm going to write that out, and then I'm going to add 4 line feeds at the end of that. So when we go to upload this into GPT, it will then know how to basically parse out those different pages together as separate blocks of text. And once I've done that, I just end the stream, and that will create my output file. So that's essentially how I created the output file. One of the things that's also kind of nice, if you've played around with the OpenAI AIs, there's a framework called LangChain, which allows you to essentially do the same thing here. So LangChain, I did a video on LangChain. If you want, you can watch that video, and we'll include a link to it here in this video. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, you can give it a thumbs down, but please give it a thumbs up. And I could do more videos like this. Thanks. Have a nice night.